this meeting is probably not going to be. It's probably like, what are we doing in the future more than what did you do? Because I did jack all these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't do anything either. All right, I did a little bit, but not a whole lot for this particular capstone. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start the recording. Since you're the only one in here, we'll go over your stuff. He has a list too.
Meeting.
Say what?
So I'm in the lab.
Okay. Let me go ahead and share screen. Yeah, I only have the one to share. Very nice Discord. Okay. So, and it's recording. He has a where did he stick it? Did he put it under documentation?
It's in meeting plans.
In meeting plans? It is, you're right. He has a priority list that we need to go over. Let me know if you can see it.
I mean, I have it pulled up on my computer, but yeah, I can see it.
Okay. He said he will take care of all the projectile system for the dev. He's got that, Trev said. But he wanted me to ask you specifically as dev and our other dev, how much of this can get done. The story dialogue system. So he's wanting this UI system about what the player is going to say between characters, complete with a data table. And
I haven't used anything like this, but like just me reading over it, maybe I'm oversimplifying it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But data table should be relatively easy, with it just being a number for what number in order of that like interaction.
Okay.
Number of like what line it is, name of the person who's saying it, and then the line. And then the next row down is just the exact same thing again. And it's just going down that data table.
So this isn't
one by one until it ends.
So this
you just have to figure out a way.
Extremely difficult then?
It shouldn't be. Okay. It might be, but I don't think it should. The data table itself, no, switching out which data table you're using would be a little bit more difficult. But but we could just have a data table or an array or a list or something of that nature that just says, in this order, do these data tables.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's what he was wanting was, I guess we're supposed to go in order top, bottom. And he was wanting me to ask you overall, how doable is this? Will we be able to get this done this month?
Maybe. It should be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll make you a card for that then as something that will work for this upcoming sprint.
The issue is that I'm not a writer, so I could set up all the systems. I'm not going to be able to actually do the writing part.
Yeah, that's what he wants is for me to talk to you about just setting it up. Okay. So he said he's setting up that and continue work on character balancing. I know some of the characters aren't in there yet. Like I'm just now modeling the plant golem now that I know exactly what he wants for this plant golem.
He wants, because I know I threw some things in.
Yeah. And I have the druid and the other two, the Celtic warriors modeled before break. So they're ready to go. And he's going to work on implementing them. And I know the balancing can't occur until that druid is in and implemented. But that's what he would want you to work on. Probably the getting the system up and running for the dialogue first, And then as soon as I'm done with this plant golem, as soon as he is done implementing the druid, balancing the druid. And I think everybody else is in there to be balanced except for that elemental. And yeah, that would be last because we still need all the things for the elementalist or the summoner. That's it. I don't even know which one that one's called. The character. How is balancing going though? I know is Armagog and Norxel are balanced, correct?
It's Gog and Ambrose. What are the two characters that we had, which I'm pretty sure has been balanced the most.
All right. Was Norxel? I'm mixing his name up again. Was the Necromancer balanced?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been doing much of the balancing, really, but
okay.
Yeah, Norxel does feel weaker than the other two.
All right. Well, once you're finished with this system for this dialogue system, I guess you can try to work on balancing Norxel. And then as soon as he has the druid in the system, you can work on balancing the druid. I guess the only problem with the druid is going to be how fast I work on the plant golem.
Yeah. Also, I need the whoever was supposed to make the vine set.
Oh, the vines. Okay, that's that's that other artist. Is he here yet? Nope. But Angela is here, so I talk to him next. Yeah.
But I need the vine asset so I can do the VFX, the vine ability.
Okay.
That's what I'm probably just going to do is just do like we do the buff and stuff, but just have the vine like at their feet, just so that you can see it's there, but it's not as like I'm not going to try to put vines over the entire map because there's different maps and that would suck.
Okay. All right. I will ask. I think it's Josh. Is that the one? I'm pretty sure it's Josh. And I will ask him about because I think he turned in everything, but I'll check again on that too. All right. I'll go ahead and make you a card, even though you don't really use them. Just so that we did it. Let me see. So you were working on, what did we just say? Priority list. You're working on the data table for the UI.
Yeah. And I don't know if he also wants me to do the UI system, because that would actually take me a lot longer to actually move the UI system, because I'm not much of what you would call a UI guy, but I could try. But I think someone else has probably hopefully already made the UI.
I think Andy has the UI because he's been our UI person this entire time.
Okay.
But yeah, the coding of the data table for the character dialogue, I'll make that clearer too. Data table for character dialogue UI. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that should be everything for you. Hi, Angelo. Can you hear me, Angelo? Because you've got the tricky job here as SFX. I don't know if you can hear me yet.
He did. He messaged.
Oh, he messaged? All right.
Yeah, he said be in just a sec.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his is going to be the fun one to explain, so I'm glad he showed up to this. But yeah, overall, he just said try to go through this priority list and see how much we can complete. He's says about that it's frozen, that it's a freeze because of it being the last month. But if we can complete everything on the priority list, that's what we're trying to do. I think the one writer will go up to an intern, he said. So, since he'll be an intern, he should be able to produce more or should be producing more dialogue, rather. Oh, he does have this too. I forgot about that. The ability system for a dev. So that was another one. Let me see. So, decide if we want to cool down or not. The notification for ability being used, and a boss HP bar. I forgot about those. And then he's trying to do a tutorial system using the art that we have and the writing, something to show the player how to play the game. So if you go on down from the first page, those are more dev things for you to work on. So I guess if you get the UI system with the dialogue done and the table for that, you can go ahead and work on the ability system. I probably need to ask that too, though. Do you think that's doable for this month, or is this too much work to get done?
The other stuff is because the ability system, if he says it's already been made, then just figuring out balancing would also have to do with cooldowns or not and stuff like that.
So it's back to the balancing of the characters again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Notification for ability sound, we just need to have a noise. So I just need to figure out how to add in sound, stuff like that to the game.
Okay. But it's hopefully still doable as long as everybody else continues to work on their jobs.
Yeah, most of it should be relatively easy enough. The big thing, also, the boss bar shouldn't be that bad. It should be just grab the bar, make it bigger if brew.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be that bad.
All right. And then, Andy's here. Hi, Andy.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey,
all
what's
right.
up?
I'll go over Angelo said he'll be back in a minute, so I need to talk to him too. But for Andy, and let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see it.
All right. In meeting plans, he stuck in a priority list. Did it flip to priority list? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I've looked at this.
All right. So you did look at this, and he wanted me overall to ask how doable all this is. So, yeah, the big things for you, I guess, is help with this UI system. Drew is going to try to code in the data table and everything. But since it's a UI system, I imagine you'll be helping with that too in some way.
I'm going to have to ask him what this is new to me. I wasn't tracking this because I thought we were done with UI, but I guess not.
All right.
I thought we were just polishing up UI, so this is a whole new thing for me. I don't honestly know what it is. It looks like it's cutscenes. That's how I read it the first time. I don't know if this is interactive talking as the battle is happening, or if this is cutscenes.
Looking at the interactions at the bottom, it looks like cutscenes.
Yeah, that's why I was I think this is cutscenes, so I don't know what UI he needs for this. Like,
Yeah, because like I can think up of something like most games would be like, because you already have character icons. So like,
yeah,
my brain's like put character icon and then have like a box at the bottom of the screen as voice text. Like in like old RPGs, as like just have a flash heart and then text at the bottom of the screen talking, and have like a box, at least like some type of thing showing that it's someone over the other one.
I'm going to guess that that's it. That's what he's going to do.
I mean, if he wants a different style, fine. But if it's more complicated than that, I don't.
No,
like,
yeah.
I
don't know.
Like, could I technically do this UI stuff? Yes, I don't know how to do UI at all, and I'm not good at it. So it looked like a horrible piece of shit. So I was like, I could do it. It just looked real bad.
Well, that's why
Travon's added a lot. Travon has, I don't know, Andrew, if you've been in Engine to look at, he's made a lot of changes. The UI it's got a little messy, and it's the bottom of the screen is very heavy at this point. Like there's a lot of buttons down. I'm like, hold on. But I don't know where, and that's why I wish he was here so then we can ask him. I honestly don't think there's real estate on the screen for a pop-up box or the I don't know. I don't know. Like if it's a cutscene, it'll work.
Yeah.
But there's not any more real estate to work with in the heads-up display.
I mean, I'm looking at the heads-up display. It has lots of stuff down there, but it's not difficult to read. I do think the one out of the numbers of how many you can have of each unit needs to be updated to the correct number looks. But it's not that bad. I think it makes it.
No, it's not bad.
I think this is a better way to go about it because now you know something. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's 0 out of 25. Also, on the edge of the corner should be the right right? Because you have stylized numbers. I guess the gold needs to be the correct stylized number as well.
Yeah. And then that's most of the things are easily fixed. But I don't know what his thought process is for this new thing.
I kind of think it's going to be pop-up boxes, like you guys said, because he has the one artist drawing icons, each an icon for every character. So I'm thinking what he's meaning is like the pop-ups, and then he's going to have the one that's the writer in here. He's going to have him write this dialogue on each part, and I don't see how we could possibly make it into a cut screen with animation. If he's wanting an animation, I
said, I think it's like those old Japanese RPGs where once you beat the level and you have the anime guys pop up and they talk at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I think it's
pop up like that.
I think that's what he's after because
okay.
Otherwise he'd have to talk to the artists here and say, for me, I want you off of 3D art, and then you need to do an entire, what do you call those things? I've done one, animation? No, it's not animation. I think it's an animatic, where you tell the story with the pictures fast and you do an entire animated sequence 2D art thing, like a video plays. There we go. So you probably have to tell me, hey, I want an animat, and I don't know who else could do an actual animat. I know I've had experience, but I don't know if anybody else in here has had experience with that or not.
I don't think anyone wants to do that because I think that splash, that character icons also is useful for, when you're playing as that character. I think there's supposed to be an icon showing this is what the character looks like. So, I mean, it might be a little bit more janky than he wants it to be. No, we're not going to put the 3D models in there because close-up of the 3D models is way more because of course they're meant to be small and not I'm assuming
they don't
none
have
of them are supposed to be insanely detailed. Tons of small little hidden details.
Yeah, I'm really sure
you're normally not that close to the units unless you really scroll in. It's kind of God, why would you?
Yeah, I'm really sure
do it.
Pop-ups.
I think he's going for a static art with words.
Yeah, because an animatic,
Hello.
That's a whole.
Hey.
Oh, more. Oh, hi. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's all that piece.
right.
I just need him to answer the question on what he wants.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So that you're here, Josh, let me
Yes.
see yours real quick here. Let's see. Yeah, can you see my Trello list already? Yes.
I'm in the Trello, but yeah. Give me a sec. Let's full screen this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. In the Trello, because I have all these things that I needed to ask you about too. Since find them. Gravestones, you were done with those, right?
Yes, I got done. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm sorry. I got done with gravestones. I got done with potion. I got done with vines. I got done with. There was one more, I think.
Okay, and then
no, it was mushroom. I got done with that too, but you already put that there.
I put that there, yeah. And then the vines. Somebody had wanted. Drew, did you want the thing with the vines? You're after the artwork of the vines, right?
Yes, I need the vines so I can make the VFX for Cough Pod.
Okay, so Josh did the vines and he stuck it in the drive.
Yes,
right?
and it should be in the drive. If it's not in the drive, let me know and I will.
It might have added it to the game. I just haven't gone through.
Okay, just let me know. Let me know ASAP if it's not in the drive at least, and if it's not, I will upload it immediately. All right.
Okay, and then
because
yeah. All right. Before you go, the big thing that we're gonna have you work on, and it might take this whole month. I don't know.
Bad base.
The calf bad base.
That's that.
He said.
Okay, so.
And all the things like outside the calf bad base. So like, it'll have. I know Andy's working.
Does it tell me what the? Yeah, I'll have to ask you about it more personally because that just like with the first base I did, I had to talk with Trev about what he wanted a good bit for it.
All right, I know.
So I will.
I know I have a thing that maybe was in concept art. I can put it in again if I have to. In which I did.
If you could put it in concept art again and at me, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
It's and
I see it.
It's on 11/7/4/25. I can put it in again if you need it.
Yeah. It's just easier instead of having to scroll up all the time.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically the base. I know if you did the vines and Andy did the trees, I think that's part of it. So you just need the house, and if you need, I have a video because I was gonna do the calf bad base, but since I'm on a golem, he said you could do the calf bad base. But I found a video on like a twisted tower. It's not a tree trunk that's twisted, but it's a video on twisting a tower in Blender. So if you want, I can stick that under art resources if you think you would find that helpful. That's what I was going to use.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
My idea.
Well, yeah. So I'm sorry. I will take a look at that, and I will also see if I can find any references to boost the Cathbad base appeal because this sounds like it will be more challenging than the first base I did. So
yeah, it probably will be. Before you go too, Drew was the one that was trying to do the Celtic base, this is the reason why we have all these meetings together. Drew, did that work for the Cathbad base, or was he supposed to do anything differently since it's Celtic? Or do you have any pictures that you would rather him use?
I mean, like the thing is that if you look at old Celtic homes, we're going for more fantasy, of course, so it's like that's fine. But I mean, if you want some fire, technically, if you want to do old Celtic, it's just a fucking circular house. It just looks like a house with a hat, which I don't think it really fits. I mean, if you look up old Celtic home, you'll see like the first image for them. It's like, they're kind of not great.
When I think of fantasy Celtic homes, I think like Hobbit kind of homes. That's But that's what I
Yeah,
think of.
yeah.
Like,
That's what like sort of kind of that's what that thing looks.
Oh.
Amanda, if
That
you look
looks
up
like
because you have the
teepee.
screen.
That looks like the tent that we already have in game.
yeah.
Well,
So,
Amanda, if you search that, because
okay, well, if you guys find anything, like if you guys, like, I'll discuss it more with Amanda and such. If I can't find any reference art myself, because like I want to make, like, I want to make sure I do good on this, so I will be making sure I find good reference art and yeah. So
I'll just share my screen.
yeah, so it helps me get an idea.
I mean, this is what they posted.
Okay, that's what.
This is what when you look old Celtic comes.
Yeah, that's what.
Like,
yep.
Yeah, but I mean, like these don't really scream fantasy, of course, because like
why don't we just do like a castle tower, like a Celtic castle?
Well, because they're supposed to be like plant, like druids and stuff. So I don't think towers are really fit, right?
That's why I kind of put it in a tree to begin with, and I thought it was really cool, but I didn't entirely get the whole Celtic theme when I first made the calf bad base.
What about like a little, like a small little base?
Well, we have to remember. Well, we do have to remember that this is fantasy.
I was trying to do them like a mix between Celtic and Norse.
Yeah.
So if you want to do like stuff like, you can also do like a random.
Well, we are going for. Well, how fantasy are we going here? Because if we're like doing like, you can do stuff that is Celtic inspired or Norse inspired and still have it be magical, like the reference art that Amanda gave. Anyone play God of War, the 2018?
Yes.
Well, Freya's house is pretty close to what Amanda put. So I do think that there is some merit to such fantasy elements for Norse/Celtic designs.
Yeah, probably is because that's where I when I think Norse, Viking, and Celtic both.
Mm-hmm. Norse and Celtic are pretty close, if my memory is right.
Well, they're close-ish. I mean, they both had like bluish tattoo. I think they're just meant to be bluish tattoos and stuff like that. The difference is that
heavily rune-based ETC.
Yeah, the difference that Celts, of course, have like they're more flowy. Well, Norse typically have like runes, like this type stuff on their tattoos. Also, I mean, this is what I was talking about, like the Japanese RPG type stuff, like that type stuff. Like,
oh, that's easy.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what I'm hoping he wants. If he doesn't want this, then like we're fucked. If he doesn't, want that. Of course,
if he doesn't want this, then and if he wants an actual animatic, that's the name of him. If he wants an animatic, I'm probably the only one in here that knows how to make an animatic. I'm probably the only one that's ever done it. And those take forever. It's going to be a full month of production, hours spent, because it takes forever to make an animatic.
Yeah, it sounds like just by the name of animatic, it does sound difficult. So I got
some of those.
Well, it'll just make sure that it is what he wants, because you don't want to do a month's work for it to not be what he wants.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm really sure
we have a team meeting for devs tonight as well.
Yeah,
okay,
you can ask him then, but I'm really sure he does not want an animatic because that just. I mean, I had a class on animatic, and I was doing just that. I was doing nothing. I actually ended up dropping the one programming class I had just to do the animatic class because it took so much time just to do the animatic class that I was like, for the robotic class, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'll take this robotic class when it pops up again because it's taking all of what I have just to the animatic. Forget programming the robot that I'm trying to program.
I mean, like, modern JRPGs today still do this type of crap. And look at this. There's literally, like, well, this is actual cutscene type
Yeah,
stuff,
there's
which is
Eco
not probably
Carol,
what we're looking
who I
for.
named myself.
But we can try to...
Yeah, JRPGs are still pushing the envelope on what you can do with basic art styles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because
even if you want to...
doing this style works even better as well.
Yeah, speaking of that style, did any of you play Chained Echoes over your break?
No, I just slept.
Yeah.
I tried to beat some of the other games that I have yet to play.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was playing Persona. Fair enough. I was playing Persona 5 Royale, so I gotcha.
Yeah,
So.
I finally beat Cyberpunk.
Nice. All right. Well, if I am needed for anything else, just DM me, and I will reply ASAP. And I will be looking into getting some references myself for Cathpad base. And I will talk to you later, especially you, Amanda.
Okay.
Later.
Bye.
You'll have a good one.
You too. You guys too.
Sorry for this last only sharing live. Unless you're on the whole screen like normal. But I will say, still, once more, like, Andy, we're most likely to have a dev meeting, or I will set up a meeting.
Can you give me just...
And if you want to hop in, Andy, or I'll just put like a message into like the Legend of Nazera War thing saying, hey, so what's going on?
Give me just 1 minute. I hear a car door and the dogs are going crazy, and I thought I heard someone at my upstairs door, so I will be right back. Just 1 minute.
I was disheartened when I saw UI on his list again.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, neighbors. Okay. Angelo, can we talk about yours next? Are you available?
Yeah, I'm available.
Yay, okay. I'm going to go ahead and share screen again.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Angelo, you got kind of a big job here. What he wanted you to do is to play the game as it stands right now, and then try to figure out as the sound guy where you could add more sound. He's at the point where he can't tell you what sound specifically to add, but he said like he wants you to
brainstorm basically and just listen to it. I mean, well, not listen, but just take a look at the game and plug it in.
Yeah, play it, and then and like if it's there's the darker forest region with the Necromancer, for instance, and I honestly haven't played the last build, so I can't really tell you for sure what is in there. But
there's two builds out there right now. There's the Steam build, so he has two builds. He has the Steam build, and then he has what's like in engine right now, and they're not the same. So like for Angelo, like the trial version that's on Steam, if you have a code, if you don't, I have one. There's no music. Like the music that's in engine right now did not translate into what's in Steam. I don't know why.
Well, that might be
I have access to both versions, and like all the music was stripped. I don't know if he did that on purpose or what.
And because I just thought it grabbed from my sound save and I had my sound turned off, so I just didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Well, he wants you to play it in like for the necromancer area, or any of the areas. So like the necromancer area is supposed to be dark and ominous sounding. And if you play it and it doesn't sound ominous, try to make some ominous music there. Or like in the light area where the Celtic region is, if you listen to it and it doesn't sound different than the other areas, and it doesn't sound lighter, then go ahead and put lighter music there. And then as you're playing with the effects, the people, all that, if you think, oh, the introduction of this character or something, we need some kind of sound here, or with this visual effect here, we need something here. Then he's basically at the at the point, because he's like, I can't tell him what else to do. He's gonna have to play the game. And
No, that's fine.
So I don't know if we've added all of your sounds, because you just added them in I think yesterday. I don't know if he's added them to the abilities yet. Because if he hasn't, then you're like, well, that's not there. Well, it's not there yet.
Right.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So basically, keep an open mind on what I've already submitted, and just try to X that part out and just look for new things. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, and then I did want to ask about the VFX of the damaged buildings. Did you finish that one?
No, I didn't.
You did?
No, I didn't.
Did not. Okay, I didn't hear you. Sorry. All right, so I'm just gonna pop it over to. This is probably in progress, Dev, and then yeah, I might have you just tell us what you did, like in the chat, or just to me, put down what you did. There you go.
Okay, because I submitted some stuff. I'm gonna have to go back through the list, and then I'll just drop that list.
Okay.
And we'll figure out. I remember vividly that I need to finish the damaged buildings, but there's one more thing. I can't think of what it is.
Okay. Do we have it in here? Sound effects, background music. I don't see it. It's not on work to focus on anyway. I might have put it in.
Do the background music.
Oh, okay. So background music too. All right. Let me pop it over here too. And you can also, if you want, you're like, oh, okay, it needs a sound. I don't know, children screaming. None of them will, but I'm just giving you an example. You can mess with the Trello board too. Let Trev and I know that. So all you have to do is say, because we don't have any work for you to focus on over here for you to take it from here. But if you just go over to the in progress dev and say add a card, and then you tell it whatever children screaming. I'll have to get rid of that in a minute. And then you just say add the card. And then over here on the pencil, just click on it, change members, pick out your initials, and then your card's ready to go. And now I need to get rid of it because he'll wonder what on earth I was doing. Let me see. How did I do this? I know I got to archive it first. I'll do that later though. But you get the idea. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to fill out the description or anything. There it is. Archive. Bye-bye. He'll look at that later and say, what were you doing, Amanda? But yeah. And then you can add your own cards. And then if you put it in progress dev, or and when it's ready to be implemented, just drag it over here to this assets ready to be implemented. All you have to do is take it and pop it over like that.
Okay.
Okay, but I think that was it for yours. I thought that was a lot easier just to explain.
No, that's cool. Makes sense.
Okay. All right. And if you actually run out of things in his to do, since you're in mine too, I can start giving you work on mine as well if you need it.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
right.
they
Thank you.
said,
I'll keep in touch.
all right, they said you can, what do you call it? Divide your hours or whatever. So like, they just said on the thing, like the hacking plan, I don't know if they explained this to you or not. Well, to Andy too, since he's technically on mine also, although he isn't really
Yeah,
doing
I'm here.
work. Yeah, okay. So
We'll be logging in two different teams.
yeah, they just said when you go in there under your hacking plan, just put down every time you stick in your hacking plan, you say like mythology mayhem, sound for Greek music, or if it's for this, just make sure you label every time. You still put your hours in and everything, but just be specific on what game it is. So like, and if all you do is the Legend of Nazera, just put it in your hours and then say, in Legend of Nazera, I did this. Like, let me see if I have mine. I'll show you real quick. I forgot to load my hours the other day. Oh, come on. Oh, I have the December one. Yeah, I didn't put any in for the January board yet. They're gone, aren't they? Yeah. But like for mine.
In the closed one.
The
open
I
closed.
see them. There they are. Yay! Thank you. I never go into the closed one, so I did not know.
But sometimes mine loads me into the closed one.
Oh, nice. So you have to do that. I was under in progress. Now I don't know where I am. Oh, wait, I've got to load me. Okay, that's right. That's what I did that other time, too. There I am. Okay, so working on, like mine, worked on City of Athens for Mythology Mayhem, and then this one was before I knew, but this one should start to read. I didn't know I was going to do my own project on the 18th yet. So, but technically, I should have. If I had known, it would have been researching plant golems for Legend of Nazera. That's all you have to do is put what you're doing, but also make sure you put.
Also, what I did when I was in between this project and ReadySync,
yes.
I just say ReadySync and then say what I did.
Okay. Yep,
so
that would work too.
You could also do that, like ReadySync dash, and then whatever you did, if you want to, or at the end put parentheses and then say whatever game it's on.
Okay.
So there's multiple ways to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Just so that they have record of it, that all the hours are still getting tracked, because they said they basically leave it up to you guys. So if you're doing multiple projects, you want to work mostly in Nazera this month, that's fine. If you're running out of work and you pop over to mine, that's fine. If you do like even 15 hours and 15 hours, that works. Or you could do like, 10 hours in one and 20 in another. It's all up to you. Just make sure you log it and you say for which project it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And from what it looks like Travon was saying is that they're going to freeze Legend of Nazera for us to be able to claim it as ours after this month.
Yes, yeah, he said that. So, like, because they need a lead each time, and I don't know if they'll keep, even if, like, somebody in here decides to say, okay, I want to do Legend, I want to keep going on Legend of Nazera, I want to take the lead. I guess you could, because that's kind of what I did. But they would have to have somebody still going to Full Sail to become the lead, and it would have to be approved by PAP for sure, and whoever other professors meet on this, because they have to prove you. When I asked, he said, I don't mind if it goes another month or two, is how he put it. We We didn't say past that, though. We didn't discuss past that. So if nobody takes the lead, then it's kind of out, I guess you could say, of Capstone. So you don't get any credit hours here.
Oh, I think he did say if you asked Roy, he'd probably say it's fine if you're like finishing something up, like I get my last 5 hours and just so I'm done with all my stuff. Roy would probably say that's fine. But you'd need to ask him, of course.
Yeah. But I don't know if
you're not being the producer after this month, right?
I will not be. No, I will be entirely focused on Mythology Mayhem. I told Trev that I will, and I will continue to work on 3D models for him, for however long he needs me. But I won't be like, the past couple months, I was trying to stick in 3 models a week on average. So there's no way I can do that anymore.
Understandable. You got your own game to build now.
Yeah, so that's why I think they're doing it this way. I mean, if one of you want to take it, but you'd have to, hold the meetings.
I unfortunately cannot. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah. So but that's what that's what happens with that. And Pap seems pretty to me like reasonable and like not very strict, I guess you could say. I don't want to say completely easygoing, but if you want hours to count for Nazera, you could probably ask him and he'll probably say, sure, why not? But like if everybody in here that's still attending Full Sail but me is asking to continue a bunch of hours in Nazera, I don't know if they'd put a stop to that. They probably wouldn't. So if like everybody on
or he'll just say one of you has to be project lead now.
Yeah. They'll say that. They'll say somebody else takes it. They let me do it this way. Just for this month. But they said past this, I kind of gather they'd really rather me concentrate on my own, which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
you only have 6 months. You have 6 months left at this point.
and I don't have hardly. Well, it's a new project. It's just started, so I have nothing in there yet. Or not a lot in there yet, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I have.
You glazed over mine because I was a little late, but it's looking. So besides the UI, and whenever we get a hold of Trevon on what he wants me to do for those cutscenes, he has spoke to me offline about doing foliage.
Plans.
That's why you guys have seen me posted some of that stuff. Yeah, a lot of the plans, because he wants like each level or boss biome to be kind of curtailed to them. So like Celtic would be, like more foliage from, that part of the world. And who's the other guy? Norixel's more like a zombie. So probably like more like dead trees and stuff like that. So on and so forth. So I've just kind of been doing research on the different types of foliages for each character. And then I guess he wants a different level design for each character as well. So I don't know who's going to start the levels.
The other dev, I think it's technically like on level design now.
Oh, okay. So if he's going to build a level design, I'll kind of just start popping the foliage.
That's how I assume.
My problem right now.
I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm assuming right now because I think he made the other level that's in the game.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
that sounds right because I did a card for you at the bottom of in progress art for 3D model trees and plants, and he talked
Yeah, I
about
saw
you
that.
doing the foliage. So he knows you're going to do the foliage and help out with that.
Yeah.
Because he said that will probably become your main job now. And then the
Yeah.
only other thing he wanted me to ask was this UI dialogue system thing. I mostly see because it says story, dialogue system, writing dev, and then UI system. So from what he said, there's a lot of different people that are going to have to be working on this because the writer, he's going to have to write the rest of the dialogues because I don't think he's turned in
Yeah,
that
all the
many.
dialogue.
And then
And I
Drew's
think he
going to
just
have
wants me
to
to
do the whole
I
system.
think he just wants me to do the layout.
Okay.
Like if there's any kind of like special stylized boxes around the text and stuff like that, so that it's legible, so that people can actually read it. I think that's what he means for UI for me. Like there's not any clickable aspects. It's just like the visual aesthetics, so that it's the font is legible and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's it. And then Drew, he wanted to like code in the because Drew talked about the data table array or whatnot in the system.
Data tables. Well, it'd be in data tables, and so it's basically figuring out which one is which. I mean, technically, it could be that I just use whatever base you have, Andy, as the AI, and just make a different fucking version of it, and just like make 10 different versions of like with all the different characters, and just be like, that's what we'll do. But I think it'd probably be better if I could just customize it and do stuff. It just means I have to grab images from other parts and just flop them in. So it just means like an array of stuff, which I might just make a data table with everything that I need. So it just goes through each part of the data table and just grabs everything.
Okay.
That might be just as easy. Who knows? We'll figure it out as we get there. We just need a bare bones thing to start testing on first, and then figuring out how to change them around. Doing that type of stuff will have to come afterward. So, yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think that's it. If there's nothing else, I will stop the screen recording.
Okay.
All right. And then I'll